Hello there, welcome to Saber Duel Gaming, where we always take the high ground. This is called Saber Duel Gaming. My logo literally has a 8-bit version of Obi-Wan Kenobi and Darth Vader on it, so it is very clear that I am a big Star Wars fan, and as it is currently Star Wars week, and depending on when I post this, it's either May 4th, Revenge of the 5th, or is it Revenge of the 6th? Either way, it's Star Wars week, and I had to make sure that there was some Star Wars gaming content delivered for you on this very channel. So what have I gone with? Well, a little while ago I debuted a new format of video, that being a Mount Rushmore of particular gaming characters, gaming types, or whatever else took my fancy. But then I didn't do one again for ages, so I've decided to revisit that format, and I'm going to look at what I consider to be my Mount Rushmore of Star Wars video game characters. So who classifies as this? Well, basically they have to be a character that debuted in a Star Wars video game. So let's have a look at my Mount Rushmore of Star Wars gaming characters. And we are going to start with number 1, Galen Marek, or Starkiller. Featuring in 2 games, Star Wars The Force Unleashed and The Force Unleashed 2. Technically it is 2 different characters, with the one in the second being a clone of the first. However, it's still meant to be the same character overall, they just needed a reason to bring him back. This character is a super powerful Force user during a time after the prequel trilogy and before the original trilogy. This guy has a fantastic backstory, and his story throughout the game adapts depending on how you play it. Voiced and acted by Sam Witwer, who would also play Darth Maul in the Clone Wars series and Rebels. It's a fantastic character, even if the game was slightly underwhelming. Number 2, Darth Revan. For me personally, Darth Revan may be my all-time favourite Star Wars character, but he certainly ranks in there. Technically, he only actually features properly in one game, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, in which actually he can look any way you make him, and is actually possible to be male or female. However, he is canonically male. But they do identify some potential discrepancies in the history books to account for whichever way you want to play it. I won't spoil his story by giving too much information, but this is effectively a Jedi turned Sith Lord, and a fantastic character to play as. He's just immense, and the one game he's in is amazing also. He does actually feature by name or picture in a couple of other Knights of the Old Republic games, but sadly this was the only one we got to see him in. He was modded by the PC Mafia into versions of Star Wars Battlefront 2, but definitely deserves his place. Number 3. It is Cal Kestis. With so many similarities to Galen Marek or Starkiller, Cal Kestis again features in 2 games, Jedi Survivor and Jedi Fallen Order. He also takes part in that time and space after the prequel trilogy and going into the sequel trilogy. However, unlike Starkiller Galen Marek, Cal Kestis knows he's a Jedi. He is trying to just hide and survive in this new world order. He was played by the fantastic Cameron Monaghan, who is also known for playing Jerome in Gotham. The games themselves are again very similar to The Force Unleashed, and maybe in some ways a little bit better. And the character is different enough that I still think he deserves a place on this Mount Rushmore. And number 4, Darth Nihilus. Darth Nihilus is an outlier in this, because he is the only one of these 4 characters you don't actually play as. Darth Nihilus is the main villain in Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, and is a terrifying presence. If you think Darth Vader or the Emperor are scary or evil, Darth Nihilus is beyond that. This isn't a creature or man who's trying to take over the universe. He just wants to consume it. His title is the Lord of Hunger, and he has basically given up a physical presence and wants to consume whole planets to survive, and that villainous nature is enough to put him on my Mount Rushmore and complete the set. And that is my Mount Rushmore of Star Wars video game characters. There were so many others I wanted to include and considered, some of which are pictured here, and plenty of others that weren't. But what do you think? Have you played any Star Wars video games? Are there characters that particularly stand out to you? Especially if there's ones that maybe you'd like to see in Star Wars movies, cartoons. And I'd really like to know, which character do you think deserves one more game? Anyway, I want to wish everyone a very happy Star Wars week. Thank you for watching this video, and of course, until next time, may the Force be with you, and take the high ground.